Hi and welcome to the third quarterly update of 2025. Today we'll give you an overview of what our design and construction teams have been up to throughout July, August and September. We'll also show you some other stuff we've been up to in the last few months.
Throughout the quarter, our construction team have handed over several projects back to our clients. We completed a structural alterations project at Heacham Stores, removing an existing cast stone wall and installing new steelwork to open up the shop floor. Our client will now undertake the fit out as they prepare to open for business. In Kings Lynn, we completed 2 renovation projects. The first for a residential client whose home had been damaged by a water leak. After stripping out all the affected areas, we made good to the walls and installed new doors, flooring and a bespoke kitchen before giving the property a fresh coat of paint. The other renovation project was for Recover Right Sports Therapy at their new site in Campbell's Business Park, where we undertook some small decorative works to prepare the unit for opening. Finally, at Tilney St Lawrence Village Hall, we removed their existing main hall flooring before installing a brand new sprung dance floor. This was built up by first laying a damp-proof membrane over the sub-base, then placing cradles to ensure the new floor was going to be perfectly level, over which we then fixed foam-backed battens and finally the premium hardwood flooring. All of our clients came away very satisfied with their projects, so we'd like to thank everyone involved in delivering them to the highest standard. Turning our attention to commercial commissions, we currently have 2 ongoing projects in London and Sleaford. In London, we continue our industrial site development, where the first few months have seen great progress. We've installed nearly 400 driven piles at the rear of the site, which form the foundations to the first of the 2 buildings. These have since been cropped down to the correct level before reinforced concrete pile caps are installed, along with the bolt boxes which form a fixing point for the steel columns. Heading north to Sleaford, we have commenced demolition works on our largest commission to date, renovating and remodelling a food processing facility. In the first of 4 phases, we are utilising previously unused space to create a new tray wash before moving on to the main scope of works. That's all from us. Over to Arij for a design update.
Since our last update, we have continued to be busy working on our existing projects as well as kickstarting several new commissions. In terms of completions, we handed over a staff amenity refurbishment for a client in Leeds, with the highlight being this canteen. This has enabled our client to serve hot food in-house as well as increasing the seating numbers by 50%. Also in the north, this time in Hull, we completed this factory extension for one of our food production partners, allowing our client to increase both their processing and storage capacity. Alongside our independent workload, we continued to support our construction team on a number of turnkey projects. These include the 2 large commercial projects Jacob told you about earlier, and a new commission in Methwold, where we are installing a concrete plinth to house 2 large nitrogen tanks. The plinth will be 750mm thick, housing over 3 tons of steel rebar, making it incredibly strong and durable. Finally, the residential side of our practice continues to be stable, as we begin to see an upturn in inquiries following the cut in interest rates in July. I'm now going to hand you back to Aaron, who's going to tell you about some other stuff that we've been up to.
Away from our day-to-day business activities, but in the spirit of design and construction, we've renovated our own staff kitchen, replacing the old dark grey gloss units with new white shaker style. As well as brightening the space, the renovation has improved the layout, making it fit for purpose. At the end of September, we once again entered the Hunstanton Soapbox Derby. Full of enthusiasm and arriving with a brand new soapbox, there was every hope of a maiden podium for the Trundley team. Unfortunately, it didn't play out as such, but we did have a brilliant day and got lots of compliments on our soapbox, a consolation for the lack of performance. Finally, we've now finalised the date for our annual bingo night in association with the 856 Foundation. Those who attended last year will tell you it was a raging success and everyone had an amazing night, so keep an eye out on our socials in the coming weeks for the confirmed details. And that's about everything for the third quarterly update of 2025. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you again in a few months for our end of year roundup.